First off, for anyone that doesn't know you, can you introduce yourself?
I'm Vas, I'm a club promoter and an artist.
Okay, cool. And where are you from, Vas?
I'm originally from Albania. I moved here 3 years ago. Now I've been doing my thing here. Clubs in Mass, in Providence, all over Mass, Rhode Island, New Hampshire.
So Vas, how was that experience for you growing up in Albania?
Yeah, it was pretty good. As I said, I moved here 3 years ago, so I just finished high school over there. Then I kind of started to see like what I really want to do, and I started getting into shows over there, selling tickets and stuff. And then when I get here, that's how I realized that I wanted to keep doing what I was doing back there. So I started getting involved more over here.
Okay, damn. So I heard you say you finished high school like 3 years ago. So how old are you?
22, man.
22, damn. So you young doing this shit.
You gotta do, whatever you wanna do in life, you gotta do it early. If you realize that that's what you wanna do, you gotta do your thing.
Hell yeah. I thought you was like 25, 26. So you carry yourself.
Tell me, look, I look older, bro. I'm young, 22.
You carry yourself really well. What do you think is the biggest difference between being in the U.S. and Albania?
I'll talk when it comes to the club side. It's like totally different. Here in the US, you have a age limit to get in the clubs, which over there is like no age limit. You can get in the clubs, drink, whatever. So when I got here, I had to realize some things are different.
Yeah.
But now I'm adjusted to the life here.
Okay. So how long have you been making music?
I started making music. I started jumping music this year, but I've been making music since last year, just being in the studio recording.
Okay. And is this something that you're passionate about, or is this something that like you just want to get a bag off of because like you got a lot of connections?
I love making music. I was just trying to see where it goes with it. I'm like more focused on the promotion side and then music, so kind of like mix them together.
Oh, that's dope. And what inspired you to make music?
Just being around all the artists and just seeing a lot of dope records that some of the local artists do. So I was like, then I can try and see what I can do for myself and for Massachusetts.
Hell yeah. And if you can, because I noticed you got a lot of features, like big features. But if you could have one collab, who would be like your dream collab?
Right now, I would just say Lil Durk, because I really like his music, so I've been listening to him a lot. So I'll say Lil Durk.
Hell yeah! I feel like Durk got the streets right now, for real. Speaking on Lil Durk, what about his music like attracts you to it?
I just be listening to his music, on the class, because that's what I be at the show. So like I really like his music. Like I listen to it even like when I'm home or like when I drive. So it's just the vibe. I like club music, and some of his songs are like club music. So
in this promotion game and in this rap game, what do you think is the biggest loss that you've ever taken?
Probably not taken some chances that I should have taken, or like maybe take a risk in some situations, because this game is all about taking risks, so you gotta either go all in or not at all. So sometimes you just gotta trust yourself and just take the risk to do a show or like even a record.
Facts. What does it take for Vas to make a hit record? You need some Casamigos, some Zaza. What does it take in the stew?
You just gotta be. It's more on the vibe that who I have on the studio, like my people. So if they give me a good vibe, or if I listen to a beat that I like, then it's usually the people around me.
Okay. And since we're on this topic, if you could hit one industry thought, who would it be? And it gotta be a thought.
So like a female rapper?
The Kim K's, Cardi, anybody.
I'll just say shout out to Ruby Rose. We just had a show with her, so I'll just say Ruby Rose.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Ruby Rose.
Shout out to her. We had the sold out show. Solo.
For anybody who's never heard your music, what would be one song that you would recommend them to listen to?
I would recommend Pull Up and Ride, because that's the song with Ramsuno.
Yeah.
I think that's what most of the people like from my music as of right now, because I only have like 3 songs out. I have a lot of songs that I've
unreleased.
I've done, but they are not out yet. Only 3 of them are. So I would say Pull Up and Ride. If you go check it out.
And watching that video, I noticed it was like a real high energy video, real turned up. Is that who Voss is every day, or?
Yeah, that's usually me when I feel good around people. As I said, like on that song in particular, we had Ramsuno come here for a show, so the vibe was there. His people were lit, my people were lit, and we shot the video in the back of the club that night.
Oh yeah.
So everybody was a good vibe, because like, the club was a sold out show. Like, he was happy, I was happy, so everybody was turned.
Hell yeah. So where did you guys record that? If you guys were at the club?
So I sent him an open verse, because when I talked with him, I wanted to do a song, because I know that was gonna be my first song, because I've been thinking of dropping music for a long time. So I had him to come do a show. So I was like, that's a great opportunity to have a song with him. So I sent him an open verse, and then he did it. And then when he came out here, we shot the video the night of the show.
Word, that's dope. What's something about you that most people might not know?
I'm just a simple person. I reply to everybody. Whatever. If you have a question, you ask me on my Instagram. Some people think I won't reply, but I just go on all DMs. I reply to everybody.
Where does that humble side of you come from? Because like I told you, like when I mentioned your name to my sister, she's like, oh my God, like he's huge, So how does somebody of your stature become so humble?
I appreciate that. Shout out to your sister. I just be seeing a lot of artists and like how they handle themselves, and sometimes they forget that being humble is the most important thing. So I just take kind of what other people do, like mistakes, let's say, and I just try to improve that in myself.
Word. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I see myself maybe owning a nightclub and like doing the shows on my own nightclub, because I just moving around doing shows in different clubs. So I'll definitely want to have my own nightclub.
Word. Hell yeah. If somebody wanted to offer you a little bit of change, would you be interested in a deal, or are you looking to just stay independent and just take all this bread for yourself?
It's not only about bread, because I've seen that a lot with artists.
Yeah.
If I see a good deal that it has to do, with promotion and not only about the bag, yeah, definitely. But I'll say as of right now, I just want to go independent instead of just taking some, distribution deals and stuff like that.
Word. You got a real mean business mind. Where does that come from?
I don't really know. I just, I just be doing, shows, and I actually go in school for finance. So.
Okay.
That's something I'm interested in. But as of a business mind, I don't know. I just I like numbers. I like shows. I like dealing with people. So.
And you said you're in school. You want to elaborate on that a little bit more?
Yeah, I'm in college. I'm about to graduate from my bachelor's degree. I go to Bentley University.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
That's huge. Now, you being Voss, turned up with Ron Suno, features with Jay Guapo. How do you go from being turned up in the club to going to school? How do you stay focused?
When it comes to school, I really like, get off social media or get off my phone and just, study. Just study whatever I have, whatever subject it is. Because school is really important for me, so I try to balance them both. But I really put all my focus on school when it comes to like school and studying for like exams or like my homework.
Who are some of your favorite artists in the city?
This is always a tough question because I have like so many people. And whenever I say some names, then you know some people are kind of mad. But I listen to a lot of rappers. I'm gonna mention just some of them: P-Buck, Fetty, A Black, G Nipsey, G Fredo.
Oh, Fredo's hard.
Millis,
Millis is hard.
Smoke Balja.
Hard.
I have a lot of names. But
what's the most trouble you ever got into that you could speak about? Not on camera. I mean on camera. Not on camera.
I don't really be in trouble. But I just respect everybody. So you know, if there is somebody who doesn't like my music or who doesn't respect me, I just I mind my business. They mind their business. I don't really be in that much trouble. Or especially if it's on social media, I just it's nothing serious because I don't take anything on social media like bad comments or like negative comments and something close to my heart.
Yeah.
But if it's like something like personal, I try to figure it out and be like to see what's the problem and how we can solve it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you rep Massachusetts. How has Massachusetts been for you since you've been here?
It's been pretty good. In the beginning, it was a little hard to connect with people because I didn't know anybody here. When on the business and on the music side,
yeah,
just family. But it's been pretty good. I try to go in different shows and like connect with people, connect with artists through my Instagram and through different.
Speaking of family, you mentioned that you have a younger sister. Are your mom and dad both in your life?
Yes, they're both in Massachusetts with me.
Okay, cool. So when you moved here, your whole family moved here?
Yeah, I moved with my family. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you mentioned owning a nightclub. What are some other business ventures that you're interested in getting into?
As of right now, I would just say that's my main focus. And now that I started doing music, that's kind of business, but it's like related with the nightclub. So I feel like it's gonna be one or the other. As of right now, I haven't thought of anything outside of the music industry.
How are the ladies treating Voss? Is Voss a free agent? Taken? And you said you were in college. Is the girls going wild?
Yeah. When it comes to the shows, especially a lot of I just go there to work. So it's a work night for me.
Okay.
So, I just treat everybody with respect. So the ladies, they just gotta sometimes get a free entry. If they look good, they get a free entry. They get a guest list. I treat them with respect because they treat me with respect. So.
Okay. And how do you stay focused from the temptation?
As I said, it's a work night, so I don't really be distracted because there is a lot of stuff going, especially like when it's a show. Like there is a lot of stuff going, so I just have to move around. So I don't really, I just show respect to everybody. I greet everybody, but then I just keep it moving. I just move everywhere because I have to put on the show. So I don't really be distracted from people that night.
What's the best advice that anyone's gave you about the industry?
I'll say just making connections. That is the most important thing, and I've realized that is true because making connections is not only important in the music industry, but in every other business. So definitely making connections and just respecting them and they respecting you.
Cool. What's next for Voss with the music?
I have a lot of songs ready to drop, a lot of music videos, so gonna see me dropping a lot of videos outside of doing shows.
Okay. You got any projects coming out?
I just released a feature with Maury. Shout out to Maury, he's from New York. So now I have a couple of songs dropping, not an album, just just singles. So they're gonna be just me music video because I'm trying to push my music more.
Hell yeah. So I really appreciate you coming through. Do you have any shout outs?
I appreciate you for having me, man. And shout out to everybody. Shout out to the people that I usually work with on my show. Shout out to all the local artists, everybody who comes to perform at my shows. And yeah, shout out to everybody who pulls up at my shows, listens to my music. I appreciate it.
Yeah, boss, I appreciate you tapping in with 2419 Productions. It was an honor to have you. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.